You are listening to episode 11 of the Aligned Actor podcast. Guys, I just can't seem to stick to a set schedule. I was trying for just twice a month, thinking that would be easy, easy to maintain, and I'm certainly doing that. But then other things pop up, other thoughts come up, and I want to talk about them. So here we are on a random Tuesday, releasing a podcast episode, even though I just released one on Sunday. But it's timely, so here we go. I have a few thoughts and lessons to share with you about my son starting preschool today, and some aha moments that I had that I wanted to share with you. And I tried to relate them all back to my acting career and manifesting practice and things like that, but I'm not quite sure I did that with all of them. Some seemed kind of more self-explanatory, so I guess I didn't feel the need to extrapolate further. I don't know. But if you're confused at all, as always, just come on into the Facebook group and let's talk about it. You can find that at facebook.com/groups/the Aligned Actor Community. And yeah, we'll chat it up. Okay. Oh, and there's the phone. Look at that. I'm going to go get that. You go enjoy the podcast. Okay. Thanks, guys. Enjoy. Welcome to the Aligned Actor podcast. I'm Amy Schlerb, and I am an actor and a student of conscious creation, looking to learn, grow, and share my experiences with you so that together we can master our mindsets and manifest the careers of our dreams. Let's play. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the podcast. I have some thoughts for you. My son started preschool today, and it's given me a lot to think about. And so I thought I'd just share my thoughts and what's on my mind and the lessons that I'm learning from that experience that I'm hoping to roll into the rest of my manifesting practice with regard to my career and just my life in general, because this is just how I live now. But for the podcast, it's mostly has to do with my career and our careers and things like that and acting. Anyway, so lesson number 1, letting go of the how. So just today, I was listening to one of Jeanette Maw's LOA Recon podcasts, and I will put a link to that in the show notes. And in this episode, she was talking about the fact that as conscious creators, our job is not to figure out how our desire is going to happen. Our job is to get aligned vibrationally with our desire and then take inspired action from that place of alignment. And I feel like this happened for me today with how smoothly the first day of preschool drop-off went. I've been affirming all year, but way before we even started looking for a preschool. My son loves preschool. And my son is potty trained. That's a whole other story. But, and believe me, there were days where I'd be covered in poop going, yep, okay, well, not sure how this is going to happen, but my son is potty trained. And sure enough, yes, he's totally potty trained at this point. But so with regard to starting preschool, I was getting a little nervous about the first day drop-off because he started having a lot of trouble with drop-off at daycare. And I was worried that this was going to somehow transfer over to preschool and possibly be even worse because it's a totally new place, totally new people, new kids, new adults, like all new location, everything. Like everything's completely new and different. But I just kept affirming my son loves preschool. And I didn't do a ton of other stuff. I didn't take a lot of actions, quote unquote, to make this happen or force it or anything. We talked positively about preschool. We happened to live close by, so anytime we would be driving by, we'd point it out and be like, oh, look, there's preschool. And he would say that and everything. But as we got closer, we'd talk about the various start of school functions, and he'd ask, so with preschool, you will go with me. And I was like, well, not on at actual preschool, but like at the open house, yes, Daddy and I will stay with you the whole time. And then the next day, I'll drop you off and you'll get to go by yourself. And I could tell that was making him a little nervous. But somehow over the course of the weekend, and then with the open house, he went from really not being into this idea at all and kind of way more into the idea of me staying with him at preschool to all of a sudden the day before saying, and then tomorrow I will go by myself and play with the kids. And I was kind of floored by this because it was a kind of a big reversal from how he had been kind of thinking about this. And then this morning, we're outside on the little play yard, and he was on this tricycle, and he's sort of pedaling away from me, and he throws his head over his shoulder, and he kind of goes, "Mommy, why are you still here?" You know, which stung a little bit, but in like the best possible way, right? Because I knew he was fine and happy and excited, which is exactly what I wanted. Just, you know, I texted my friend and she was like, "Yeah, how you doing there, chopped liver?" So it was funny. And anyway, I didn't know how we were going to get there. I didn't know. And certainly in the days leading up, I was an anxious wreck, and I was concerned on his behalf and kind of expecting some tears, his and mine. But I just kept affirming, and sure enough, easy peasy. I didn't really look at the how. I didn't really sit there and be like, well, this is how this is going to happen. This is how I'm going to make it work and all this kind of stuff. I just sort of was like, well, we're going to do this. And he loves preschool. And I let it go. And now, you know, I also knew that it would be fine if the drop-off didn't go so great. You know, if he cried, I knew it would be rougher, obviously, on both of us, but we'd do it and we'd get through it and we'd let our emotions happen and move through them. And in the end, we'd be okay, which leads me to my next lesson that I learned, which is releasing attachment to an outcome. So I had been affirming my son loves preschool, and I knew it would happen. And I had been really trying to manage my vibration around that first drop off and seeing it going smoothly. But, you know, like I was saying a little bit before, I'll be honest, guys, I wasn't doing great. I was so tense last night. My shoulders hurt. My back still kind of hurts a little bit from carrying all of that tension and that feeling. You know, and I was expecting tears and multiple, you know, one last hug sort of things. And I was kind of like gearing myself up for it. And I was okay with that too. I mean, I was anxious, but ultimately I knew that whatever happened, however it happened, however this first drop off happened, it was all normal and healthy, and we'd figure it out and get through it. So I feel like what I was doing was releasing my attachment to the idea that the only way that drop-off is successful is that it's really easy and beautiful with no tears and blah, 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 blah. And like an excited little happy person skipping off to school, holding up their my first day of preschool sign and all of that kind of stuff. Like that's the only way that this looks right, you know? I'd kind of released my attachment to that idea, and I was like, well, this is going to happen however it happens. And I've been thinking, and I'm still struggling with this a little bit because I'm trying to figure out how to transfer this to my acting career. And I'm thinking maybe it's about releasing the need to be perfect in auditions or in workshops or in, you know, any sort of career-related event or thing that I go through. Maybe it's about releasing my expectations for what success looks like. Both long-term and also, you know, in the actual career event. So the audition, the workshop, the networking event, whatever. Because success for drop-off at preschool is literally just my son stays at school and I leave. Crying, no crying, hug, no hug, whatever. Sort of a, you know, just the facts, ma'am, kind of a thing. The child is dropped off at school, and that's it. That's a successful drop-off. So my question to myself now is, well, what's a successful, quote-unquote, audition? I do the work in the room. I do the audition, and that's it. And, you know, what's a successful workshop? I do my scene, and I'm happy with doing my scene, or maybe not even happy with doing my scene. Maybe I just do my scene and it happens. I go from 7:30 in the evening to 9:30 in the evening listening to this person talk about how their how there are office runs. I do my scene, whether it's with a scene partner or by myself, and I go home. That's a successful workshop. So, these are sort of the thoughts I'm starting to have on this. I'm not quite sure on this. I'm still musing on this idea, but I think it has something to do with releasing my expectations that success only looks a certain way. Like success in an audition only happens if you get a callback, or a successful audition is only one that translates to a booking or something like that. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Anyway, those are my thoughts so far. I'm probably going to have more as I continue to unpack this during this week and stuff. And so the third lesson that I feel like I've learned from this first day of preschool, it's fun. My child is the one going to school and I'm the one learning the lessons. Isn't that the way life is? Life is fun. So my third lesson today is about the beauty of divine timing. Because my husband is producing a movie this week, so he couldn't attend the first day of drop-off. And I know that he felt sad about that. And what's weird is that it's so me, guys. If you know me, you know this is how I am. What's weird is that I had been watching him go around getting prepped for this shoot, and I had been feeling oddly jealous. Like, yeah, he's always doing cool stuff. And I got nothing going on once again. And I was kind of letting that career gremlin voice get a little too loud. Just popping up and being like, what you got going on? What's happening? You haven't had an audition in a little bit. You haven't been out there. What's going on? What are you doing? Are you doing anything? Is anything happening? Nothing's happening, is it? No. What's going on? And then I started thinking, hold on. If I had a commercial audition or TV audition or a shoot today or something, depending on the timing, how would we have done drop-off? I might have missed it. And how much would I have hated that? I was like, come on, you dingbat. The universe handed you a beautiful gift in the package of, an entirely free day where this is all you have to focus on, being a mom. And your own mother always said there are days when you just have to be a mom. And I am so lucky that my career is in a place where I can just be a mom on days like this. I'm so grateful for the divine timing, which held away any auditions or callbacks or bookings and went, just go be a mom. Your career it'll be here when you get through this. We got this. Don't worry. It's such a gift. I'm so grateful for it. Because I got to go do drop-off. I got to go experience this wonderful moment in my child's life and realize that it's okay. And that this is a new transition for both of us, or our entire family. And it's going to be great. And I got to go and experience that. And then now coming up later this week later this week, actually, I'm going off to a film festival. So there's stuff happening and I need to just relax and let the things that are happening in the moment be the things that are happening in the moment and let those be the beautiful things and just relish in that divine timing. So thank you, universe. I'm just so grateful. It's great. I have another fun thing that I want to share about divine timing and a way to think about it, but I'm going to save that for a future episode. So you got to tune in another time. Anyway, my point on divine timing is this. I sometimes go through phases where I find myself thinking, I have nothing going on. And I think it's really important to stop for a minute and take stock of all the great things that I do have going on career-wise. And not get so down on myself if not every single minute of every single day has some kind of career event going on. That would be insane. I would hate that. So why do I beat myself up if I haven't filled my day? It's weird. I think this is just something that we do. I don't know. You can come disagree with me in the Facebook group if you want to, but I feel like this is something that actors go through a lot where it's like, I should be doing something every day for my career. I could always be doing something. What can I be doing now? What am I going to have going on? And instead to stop and just look for the ways in which divine timing may be stepping in to lighten my load for a minute while I have something personal going on, or so that I can focus on something else in my life for a moment, instead of just jumping straight to, God, nothing's going on and that's bad, because I'm going to start trying or allowing myself to say, you know what? Maybe nothing's going on right now, but that's probably good because, and then fill in the blank. Because I feel like I'll be able to do that. I'll be able to come up with the reasons why, you know what, this is actually good because it's allowing me to focus on this other thing or whatever. I don't know, maybe that's not quite the right thing to be affirming, but I think it is good to just be grateful for divine timing and downtime because it allows me to live fully in all areas of my life and not just in my career. So those are kind of my lessons from preschool drop-off this morning. And so thank you for letting me share them with you. I hope you found this valuable. Please come play with us in the Facebook group. You can find that by going to facebook.com/groups/the Aligned Actor Community. Let us know what lessons you've been learning lately, or maybe just your thoughts on this episode and these lessons. I don't know, whatever you want. Also, I've been trying to come up with more sort of fun, interactive things to do together in the group. So if you have any ideas, let me know. You can send me a message in the group. You can DM me on Instagram, at Amy Schlurb. And yeah, let's try to figure out other things we could do in there, because I have this thing, we do this thing, Thankful Throwback Thursday, where we share a career memory that we're grateful for, and thereby we relive it and reactivate that vibration. And then you start like attracting more good stuff to you because you've reactivated this happy vibration of a previous career related thing that you did. But that's kind of once a week. So, that feels a little light and there's not a lot going on otherwise. So I want to come up with more fun things to do, because I feel like when we do these things as a group, it's more powerful and it's more fun, honestly. That's what all I'm about, is more fun. So I'm open to suggestions. So come on into the Facebook group and let's play. All right, thanks guys. See you later. Bye. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. If you feel inspired to do so, please subscribe, rate, review, and share this podcast with your actor pals so that more people can enjoy the good vibes. Also, be sure to join the Aligned Actor community on Facebook by going to facebook.com/groups/the Aligned Actor Community. That's the place where this podcast gets interactive. It's a pretty fun party. You're going to want to get in on it. Until next time, remember, you are an amazing actor and you are creating the career of your dreams. Congrats!